And the last thing I will say for real this time is be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And here are my socials if you aren't following me on all of them. Uh, thank you. And let's get into it. The first question that I think is maybe not specific question, but it's a overall discussion that a lot of people asked about was third base and DH. And I think they're intertwined. Why do I say that? Let's rewind the clock to last year at the trade deadline. Max Scherzer gets dealt, and in an interview with, I think it was Mike Puma of the Post, if my memory was correct, he said that Billy Epler told him that this upcoming year, 2024, is a rebuild year. They don't see themselves competing. Why is that important? Why is that relevant now? That's what I thought at the time was that Billy Epler lied to Max Scherzer. Why would he lie to him? Because he had the no trades clause, and you got to get rid of him. And if you think that you're not competing this year, Max Scherzer is at the end of his career. He wants to compete. You send him to a team that was competing, which was Texas. And I thought that Epler was going to pull the rug out and go out this offseason and spend big money. But Billy Epler stepped aside for whatever reason. David Stearns came in, and in my free agent prediction, I had not only the Mets signing Yamamoto, but I also went big and said they were going to sign Ohtani too. I look like a complete idiot for that. I'll say that now because as much as I embrace the wins and the correct things I had, Rhys Hoskins to the Brewers, I will embrace the wrong. But I will say, I think I deserve some credit for thinking that they were going to sign with the same team. Just the wrong team. Anyways, back to third base and DH. As we approach spring training is important for the third base position because Beatty and Vientos haven't had the necessary rep, maybe not the reps. They haven't had enough reps to develop. Beatty's had more. I think he has a full season under his belt. In terms of games played, I think he has like 162 at maybe not 162, but he has more than 130, I think, if my memory was correct. On the other hand, Vientos only has 82 games. And why is this important? Because you can't expect these guys to develop as players while also just keeping them on the bench. It is paradoxical to expect a guy to get major league reps and to be a good major league hitter while sitting on the bench. Maybe they'll learn some things about hitting from Lindor or Nimmo or Alonso or whoever while just being around them. Like I think of there was one clip in 2022. I wish I can show it on screen. I'm not sure if it's even out there, but I remember Max Scherzer got pulled from a game and David Peterson and I think Tyler McGill were talking with Bassett and DeGrom and Scherzer. They're all having like a powwow talking about their outings, and you learn information through that. But you don't get that real in-game experience from just talking it out. I mean, I'm talking it out right now. You see me, you think I'm going to go up there and do well at the major league level? No, I'm not. And how do you expect someone like Beatty or Vientos to make that necessary step to become a solid third baseman while just not getting the reps? And signing someone like JD Martinez does help improve the lineup, but it takes away a slot for not only Beatty or Vientos, but it takes away opportunities for also other prospects that come up. If Acuna comes up out of spring training and he does well, if Gilbert comes up out of nowhere, I mean, I think Gilbert's ready, but Clifford, Ryan Clifford, I think that's his name. The other guy that was acquired during the Verlander trade. But it one thing you it's an ecosystem, you know. You can't kill the wolves and not expect the deer to repopulate and produce too many. When people went to Yellowstone National Park in Montana slash I think Idaho, they they killed all the wolves. Wolves came and they killed the sheep or whatever, or they killed farm animals. And all the people were like, wolves bad, let's kill the wolves. And they killed a bunch of wolves. And because of it, the deer overpopulated. The wolves affected everything because the wolves hunted deer and the deer ate the and whatever it is. You can't affect one thing without the other. And how does that come back to DH and the Mets? Because you can't add someone like a JD Martinez in the lineup without taking away opportunities for a Beatty or a Vientos or I mean Mauricio's out for the year, but if Mauricio was here, it would take reps away from him, and adding one thing affects another. And if this year really is a gap year, so to say, then I don't think a addition like JD Martinez essentially fits that mold of this year being a gap year, because a JD Martinez would have made sense in 2022 when they were trying to compete. Boston was asking, we'll talk about Boston and the Hard Knocks next, but Boston was asking for Mauricio in their trades, and no, we're keeping Mauricio. But Martinez would have made sense then. I don't. I mean, I see the fit. I see that there's a hole. There's not a solid DH option. Let's fill the DH option. It's just I don't think it's a proper timeline fit if this is a rebuilding year. And that's my essentially 2 cents or handfuls of change on the DH hole. Like, share, subscribe. I'll put a visual graphic here of all that stuff, but thank you.